Right, I'm Cecil Mills, and we're here in Converse, Louisiana at the world's largest pollution-free automotive engine research laboratory. And I'm happy to be here. I think we've done something that General Motors couldn't have done for $100 million. Several car companies got up and testified to the state of California that it was impossible to build pollution-free cars. And even Professor Dr. John Haywood from MIT told me it's impossible to build pollution-free engines. But I'm here today to tell you about pollution-free engines, and you'll be able to make up your own mind. And I have to tell you, I think they weren't really trying that hard if they didn't. If you wanted to build a pollution-free engine, where would you start? Where you'd go? Get a pollution-free fuel. That's where most of the pollution comes from. So you look at what kind of fuels are there that are pollution-free, and you got hydrogen and hydrogen peroxide, both of which you can make out of water, and there's an endless supply of it. And that stopped a lot of problems we have with our shrinking oil supply, not to mention pollution and global warming. So you might wonder, how much investment is our government making in this renewable fuel? Maybe NASA and the Air Force might have some interest in it, but those are kind of secret government programs. Well, I probably couldn't tell you about it if I knew anything about them. But I can tell you that I've been licensed by NASA to investigate a concentrator for hydrogen peroxide that they've patented. So they must have some use for it. In this brochure right here, it says, on concentrated hydrogen peroxide, it says it's an obvious source of power or heat. Also says, complete safety has been experienced in all government programs using hydrogen peroxide. It says that it's 3 times as powerful as gasoline, and I know that you can make this stuff out of water as H2O2 and solar energy. So I don't know how much you get much cheaper than that. And if the government doesn't want to investigate it, we do here. And this is how I found out about it from the world's fastest cars. They're powered by basically concentrated water, but they didn't drive the wheels. So I wrote a paper for the Society of Automotive Engineers on how we could be driving the wheels with this water-based fuel. And that even got me a little license agreement, I don't know what you say, with NASA. So this has been excitement and everything. But now we need a sponsor. We want to make an automotive prototype, and a hot rod, and go for the Omega class land speed record holder. Well, tried most of the oil companies and the car companies. I got Chrysler Corporation to sponsor our dragster, but this was a gasoline engine. We're kind of trying to go to the future here with more modern and efficient engines that are not just pollution-free, but can return oxygen to the atmosphere. And I don't see the fuel cell cars going anywhere. After all the talk about it, nobody's selling any. And they keep selling electric cars and then quitting. So it's a big secret about hydrogen peroxide. That right there makes me think that's what oil companies are scared of. That's why it's on the terrorist list. So if you want to experiment with it, be real careful, check out the regulations and what you need to do. You might want to look into it. There's not much literature. But check with oil companies. They should not just be oil companies, but energy providers. One day we will switch over from oil and petroleum to water-based fuels. This makes good sense. I mean, they can either keep doing it and keep providing people fuel or not. So watch for another video, and I'll try to do some stuff on global warming, on in America, 53,000 people a year, 1,000 people a week prematurely from air pollution. And that's up from 17,000 a year in 1995. That's tripled in those 20 years, and nobody's sounding the alarm. At the rate we're going, we need to, and I'm also going to do some videos on how much air is consumed in a piston engine and toxified by gasoline. So, I mean, just so you'll know, you know, and hope you'll watch for those. Okay, then we'll cut it off.